Hello and welcome to our short eye presentation using ProAct On Demand. Today's case study will involve a customer service example where a tank truck was loaded with the wrong chemical. This will be based on an article that will be available at the end of the presentation. Okay, let's review the problem. A customer complaint involved in a tank truck shipment of N-Butyl alcohol to a customer by a supplier. The delivery agent had transferred the chemical into the wrong tank, one for ethyl acetate. Okay, let's take a look at how this would look in terms of root cause analysis using ProAct On Demand. Let's keep in mind that this analysis was the actual one done between the company and the supplier. The event in this case was that there was a truck hauling N-Butyl alcohol, or NBA, transferred to tank 19-57 containing ethyl acetate, or EA. How could that occur? The operator thought that the NBA truck was the EA truck. How could the operator think that? The operator did not verify the truck and the documents. Normally, the EA is transferred at spot 19A and the NBA at spot 19B. The NBA truck had been lined up at 19B truck spot. Okay, we know all of these to be true, so now we have to look at how could they happen. How could the operator not have verified the documents? The operator failed to follow the procedure, and the operator employed shortcut work practices. Well, why would the operator fail to follow the procedure? The operator has less than adequate appreciation of the consequences, and the operator was not suited to work in a chemical terminal. Well, how did we have someone working in a chemical terminal who was not suited to work in a chemical terminal? We had less than adequate new hire evaluation processes. The operator employed shortcut work practices. Well, why would the operator employ such shortcuts? The operator was anxious to get the product flowing. Why was the operator anxious to get the product flowing? 1957 pump had blocked suction. How can that occur? Well, they had one man on the job. They had less than adequate planning due to the unscheduled trucks that had showed up, and now that they had put them behind as soon as they put them in the lineup, and there was no management direction on the minimum manning. Physical plant design. The pump was more than 300 yards from the actual truck slab, and we had manual pump operation at the pump. So these two latent root causes or systemic things contributed to an inadequate plant design, which contributed to the fact that the pump had been blocked and we didn't have enough time or manpower to be able to work it or to analyze it. Okay, normally the ethyl acetate is transferred at spot 19A and the N-Butyl alcohol is at spot 19B. The EA header is closer to 19A. That's why it's more appropriate. And the operator past experience, their orientation is that it would always be that way. So that's what they were used to. Okay, in this case, the N-Butyl alcohol truck was lined up at space 19B. So the orientation was unusual on this day. So why was that the case? The driver not given precise transfer spot directions. Well, why was that the case? The current procedure was to just direct the truck to the general area, and the preferred transfer spots had not been designated by the company. The operator occupied and unable to give direction. Well, why was the operator occupied? The operator employed shortcut work practices, as we said earlier, because they had unscheduled trucks, they were backed up, they were trying to catch up, and therefore that they started taking these shortcuts. So when we look at this in total, and we go ahead and we're going to expand all, then we're going to show a path to failure. When we look at these cases, it allows us to be able to look at these systemic issues, forced the decisions for these people, causing these cause and effect relationships until the point in this case where we had a mix-up and we filled the wrong truck up with the wrong chemical. So now let's look at the end result here, which is the realized benefits. In a 3-year period, the company had nearly halved the level of customer complaints since the time the Corporate Complaint Reduction Initiative started. Benefits included improved customer satisfaction, increased sales, reduced waste, and lower cost. In other words, several $1 million in savings have been realized. While the significant reductions in the number of customer complaints and bottom line benefits were accomplishments in themselves, Other valuable indirect pluses occurred when the RCA training and processes spread to other functions. Finally, the value of the company's enhanced reputation has been priceless. The company's customers have appreciated being part of the RCA process. They witnessed a disciplined, unbiased approach based on facts and not assumptions or hearsay. Because the company and its suppliers work together, there is supplier buy-in, and the company's business relationships with its suppliers grew stronger. There is also internal buy-in, which has led to enhanced internal relations, particularly between the manufacturing and the maintenance functions. So overall, we're not just looking at a situation where the trucks had been swapped in their lineups, causing chemicals to be loaded that weren't supposed to. This has much greater implications about how we work together both externally and internally. This concludes our short eye presentation. I'd like to thank you for your time, and for more information on the PROACT methodology, software, or templates, please visit www.reliability.com. If you would like to download a copy of this article that was featured on this success, please click the icon below. For a live online demo, please contact our Mr. John Bartlow at 1-800-457-0645. Have a great day.